Okay, apologies for not uploading, but honestly, it's been nothing to make videos on, so I just didn't make videos on anything. So in this video, we'll be going over Comrade and also Andrea. Andrea might be the only good free-to-play Skybound X tune, honestly. So first of all, Comrade. Comrade is behind the paywall. There is no way you can get one without paying. You've got to pay $20 for the first one. I think it's like another 20 for the next, and so yeah, it scales up to be about 100 for a Limit Break 2. So first of all, leader skill, all teammates get 30% attack, up to 3 teammates get Guardian Shield at the start of each wave. I mean, it's not bad, but better alternatives in the game, so it's not bad by any means, but it's not very good. Um, Now his rush is okay. Deal 500% damage to one enemy, up to 2 damage roll teammates. Recover from attack down, up to 2 damage roll teammates. Get Guardian Shield. Now I don't think attack down's really much of an issue for anyone at the moment. Yes, Morgan can give it, Ezekiel can give it, but it's not really much of an issue at the moment. So that part of the rush is kind of shit. Obviously, 500% damage to one teammate. It's pretty weak considering Andrea does way more, and she's a follow-up, so kind of underwhelming in that aspect as well. And the fact that 2 teammates get Guardian Shield, granted they're in a damage roll. I mean, that bit's actually pretty nice because more than likely you're not going to be running all damage rolls on your team. You're going to have probably some support in there and whatnot. So you can pretty much choose. Well, it's pretty much choosing who you want it to go on at that point. So it's not that bad. Now his signature move is pretty interesting. Attack an enemy for 150% of their damage. Remove all positive effects from that enemy. I mean, that can be alright, especially if you're hitting onto a Zachary. So let's say Zachary's got, I don't know, like 60% fucking attack or something on him. You can just wipe that off of him, which isn't that bad. So, you know, it's okay. We'll go for okay on that. And I have no idea why, but he's a support role. He's got cunning, which really does baffle me. I thought he'd be a bit more of a damage role personally, considering there is very, very little control on his kit. But, you know, it is what it is. So cunning, it's not bad. It's really good for defense, but obviously he's more of an offensive character. So would you really level that up? Probably not. Now, there is one thing on this kit that interests me a little bit. And it's not massively. It might have something there. It might not. But here it is. It's the mythic ability called Bring It On. When attacking while having a taunt status 100% attack. So that's pretty much the equivalent of just having an attacker or taunted mod. But here's what makes it interesting. So with Limit Break 2 coming out, Connor is going to be able to go turn 1. If you put a yellow in the same line as Comrade, Connor's going to target that row, meaning he will get taunted and he will get 100% attack. And give him a rampage weapon, that could do some really nasty damage if he's surrounded by team player 4. So maybe that is a counter to Connor. Maybe the rampage will do nuts damage, absolutely nuts. But that would need testing and whatnot. And obviously he is behind a paywall, so whether you think that might be a good investment, considering he might be able to do some really insane damage if you're taunted by Connor, because obviously Connor is going turn 1. Maybe, but obviously you can just throw attack up or taunted mod on him, and odds are you have one that's higher than 100. Yeah, Limit Break 2 you can get 150, but odds are you got one that's probably like 120. And is it worth the extra $20 to make it 150? Probably not. And another one of his mythic abilities is intimidating resolve. When this character starts their turn, one enemy with a tank roll gets 40% defense, minus defense for that turn. Yet again, that's fucking useless. Ezekiel is everywhere, so they're already immune to defense down. Kind of fucking useless. And the bigger they are, when rushing an enemy that has bonus HP, 30% attack, very low. So is this Comrade worth getting? Yes and no. If you're really low on medals, to level up your tunes and whatnot, it's really not bad. Get one copy of him. It's really not bad. That roadmap is actually pretty good for medals. Maybe for a allegiances. Maybe getting one or two isn't a horrible idea, but the only thing that really intrigues me is that Bring It On when he's taunted, he gets attack up. Um, that's the only thing that really interests me. Obviously, that Guardian Shield at the start of a round, it could be good in the future, but at the moment, there's just way better alternatives. So is he worth the money? It depends where you are in the game. If you're a mid spender, yeah, grabbing one's probably a good idea because the medals are great, and having him for allegiances is probably a good idea later down the road. But yeah, he's nothing crazy. Obviously, if you got a bit of spare cash, it's completely up to you what you do with him. But overall, my opinion on a Comrade, he's very meh. He's got some uses. Yeah, the leader skill might get some use in the future with turn one rushing teams. Um, on defense, yeah, the taunt might be good, but overall, you just got to make the decision on your own. Personally, yeah, he's just meh. End of meh. Okay, now next on to Andrea, where she is very interesting. Okay, so Andrea. Andrea's pretty interesting. So, first of all, she's part of the Skybound X ship, probably the most useful out of any of them, well, free to play wise. So first of all, she's got Fire Starter. Basically, what it means is if someone's got burn, she'll spread it to the adjacent targets, which is pretty fucking nice. Obviously, if you got a tie, it's gonna be really good. But also here's the big thing. She has. Well, we'll start with the Adrenaline Rush. We'll start off nice and simple. Deal 4 attacks for 200% damage, 800% in total to one enemy. This character gets 25% attack for 2 turns. Now, you might be thinking, oh, that's pretty shit. It's pretty average. It's pretty much like a Michonne 2000 and it's pretty much like a princess. Yeah, you'd be right in saying that. It's nothing too special, that. Don't get me wrong, it's nice, but it's very similar to what we got. So we'll be moving on to the active skill. Do a basic attack for 200% damage to one enemy. This character gets 40% stun and impair resistance for 3 turns. Now, that sounds pretty meh as well. You're thinking, 40% stun and impair. I probably got better mods than that. Stun really intrigue me. Well, that's alright. Now, here's mythic abilities. Mythic abilities carry. So, first of all, agility. Obviously, agility is always nice. 10% for the first one, another 10 for the other. So that's 20% increased basic attack damage. So obviously, that's pretty good. And then electrical burns. When attacking the target, enemy gets 15% of this character's attack and burn damage for 2 turns. Now that's very good considering she's got Fire Starter, and obviously when she starts hitting on her Adrenaline Rush, she's going to keep spreading it. So that's going to be incredibly good. And then Thunder Veil. Reduce reflected and counter damage to 0. So yeah, that's pretty much an anti-reflect sort of thing. And I think that might include payback. Don't quote me on that, but I think that might give a chance to reduce payback down to 0 as well on her. And then Lightning Rod. When attacking a target with burn status, 30% chance that enemy gets crosshairs for 2 turns. Now, crosshairs is obviously amazing. So pair that with electrical burns when attacking the target. The enemy target gets 15% of this character's attack and burn. With the Fire Starter, that is going to create some very, very nice combos for some people. Even if you don't have a tie, she's going to be incredibly useful because you do have access to a Dwight and you do have access to an Abraham. And those two alone can help spread burn like mad. So you start off with Dwight, then you double the burn with Abraham, then you spread it with Andrea. You're going to have a very, very massive amount of burn going on. So let's say you do 10k burn with the Dwight. I think it's a Dwight. Yeah, let's go Dwight. And then you double it with Abraham. So that's 20k. And then you get Andrea to spread that. So adjacent, let's say, hopefully it's in the middle target. You know, that's 20k burn bleed turn 1. There's a lot of good combos you can create with Andrea. And I'm not sure if you can get all 4 copies for free. I don't know if you can get 3 copies for free. I don't know the situation, but I would heavily recommend if you can get 4, you grind for it, because I do think she has a lot of possibilities and her damage output can be crazy. Put her with a Rampage weapon, obviously with Rampage that burn's going to go fucking everywhere. That Fire Starter is going to be amazing with that because the burn will spread with the Rampage. So she can already hold a Rampage gun. She's got incredible mythic abilities, and obviously the rush is pretty good with Rampage, and then the obviously the ability Firestarter is fucking phenomenal, and now the signature move, kind of shit, but very very solid tune. And for the people who are comparing her too much to Andrea, no, not Andrea, Princess, she's nowhere near Princess. In my opinion, Andrea is miles better than Princess in all aspects. Because Princess hits random targets, she'll hit the same one over and over until she gets the kill, then she'll switch. So there's definitely some potential there, especially if you throw a rampage gun on her with double attack. So in my opinion, Andrea is a must-get tune. She's going to be very good and open a lot of possibilities for free-to-play teams. Because like I said, with a Dwight, Abe, and Andrea combo, you're going to have some mad burn going around. So with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll try and upload a bit more frequently, but it's just getting ideas at the moment. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and obviously the Discord link is in the description below. Until next time, boys, enjoy.